Shall ask no questions, hear no lie. So
some call her Barely, some call her Misty. She's a queen, a boss, a pretty bee.
hey Han, welcome back to Barelymist's channel. If you are a returning subscriber to my channel, welcome. If you are new to my channel, this is Barelymisst and this is a HUNZ channel. You're more than welcome to the channel and we're waiting for you to subscribe. As soon as fast guys, as Jahani, so you can take your time, it's okay. I know this video is very much special to y'all because this is my first video without makeup, except for the vlogs. I know you guys have seen my crust before. I was meant to tell you guys the story a long time ago. I don't know what delayed it. I somehow felt like it's gonna be a boring story, but every time I kind of remember it, or rather every time I see similar topics to this kind of a story, it reminds me that, you know what, I need to share mine because child, a bitch has been through a lot too, you know. This is my friend's beanie. I don't know if you call this the beanie or a bucket hat, but yeah, one of that. Like, she left this in my car and I thought, okay, let me help myself. And I'm wearing my favorite t-shirt. This t-shirt is so old and I know that it's dope AF. Like, every time I wear this, people ask me where I bought it. This is from Zara, but it's very old. I'm having hardly because yay, which I know I was paid, guys. So I'm at that stage of it where I'm like, okay, it's time to take a deep breath and wait for Jan to end. I think it's like the 22nd today. So today I am talking about my story of having a toxic roomie. This was back in literally 2013, 2014, when I actually moved to Joburg and I had to find a roommate. That girl showed me flames, for real. She showed me flames and she made me realize, yes, and a roommate is not just a roommate. This is a whole human being that you have to adapt to their standards, adapt to their attitude, adapt to their character somehow, because this is a person you just met and you don't know who they are until you really start living with them. Before I go anywhere, please give this video a very big thumbs up before anything, because I'm dropping bombs now. Subscribe if you haven't, and let's get straight into the video. Today we are drinking Savannah. Dear go guys, it's not even cute. Like, I'm going, it's not okay. I don't like myself like this. But yeah, I'm really going and I know I'll be fine. So I don't have to say anything. This is like the ultimate, it's a platinum drink, okay? Especially after a long day or after a long night of drinking. If you forget extreme, forget food. Also, let's not lie, man, my skin is actually doing the things. I've been treating it, so I'm proud that it's coming alright. First things first, I have to obviously tell you guys how I met the girl. No, I'm lying. The first thing is me giving her a name. I have to name her. I'm gonna name her Teddy. Let's name her Rowdy. Rowdy sounds good. Rowdy sounds easy to remember and Rowdy sounds fitting for the bitch. So this is how I met Rowdy. So when I arrived for varsity, I was staying with my best friend. That's how I met my best friend, by the way. Same year I got to Joburg and I didn't have accommodation, but I went anyway because I already knew my bestie. So basically that's how we became best friends, because I got there and I stayed with her. Also, my best friend, I was connected by somebody to actually talk to her to see if she can accommodate me. So I was like, hey girl, it's Tandy, someone gave me your numbers. I would appreciate it if you accommodate me while I look for accommodation. So I stayed with her for like a month or two while I was searching for accommodation. So like me, while I was searching in the same apartment, I happened to meet Rowdy, this name. Okay, yeah, me and my bestie clicked right away. We started going out like every day, every week. It was a party. So we were going out some day, one of the good days, and then we saw a paper on the wall, and yeah, see, I should have picked it up from that day. Uguta, this bitch is actually a little bit of an OCD type of person, the details that were on that paper were just annoying. But me being me, because I just need accommodation, I was just going with the flow. So basically my bestie had a roommate already, so she couldn't really accommodate me because that apartment had 1 bedroom. So basically obviously we couldn't share as 3 people, like we're sharing a single bed for as long as I was looking for a place to stay. So now I see this paper on the entrance of our apartment, and this page is like, hey, I'm Rowdy, I'm looking for a roommate. It must be a girl, and preferably studying at Wits, because she was studying at Wits obviously, and she must preferably be Christian, she must preferably be 1, 2, 3. There was just a lot of unnecessary details which I obviously didn't listen to. All I picked was, okay, I am Christian. Wow, I was not deep. Found out that bitch was so deep. But when I saw Christian, I was like, oh, I can handle it, man. I love God. So it is what it is. So sharp, when I saw that, I just really picked the number, because I mean, think about it, it was already March, and I was fed up with looking for a place because I was not finding a place that was close to campus, because I wanted to walk to campus. So then I was like, okay, let me just give her a call. Lucky me, she was like, yeah, hi, I still don't have a roommate, it's fine, let's meet at so and so time at the entrance of the apartment. I'm like, okay, sharp. Also, like, let me just add that she sounded very nice, she sounded very, you know, specific and Christian, like she wrote on the advertisement of the room. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll meet you exactly at your requested time. And then I go downstairs, get there, okay, sharp, hey, I'm Rowdy, hi, I'm Tandy. This was the first bema, but I didn't really think it would be that hectic. This bitch came with her boyfriend, right? Like, you know, they look like they stay together. You know how, like, couples that stay together are, like, the attachment, you know what I mean? So she was there with the boyfriend, and it's like, hey, I'm Rowdy, this is my boyfriend, Mang. Fine, let's go upstairs. So you see the room, and then you'll tell me if you're interested. And then the conversation starts. What's your name? What are you studying? And where are you from? You know, so and so. What's going on? You know. And at that point, she seemed like she was already desperate to get a roomie. So she was not hectic with who I was per se. Like, what do I do? Do I drink or anything? Because I feel like that bothered her, but she was not so concerned at the time because she was already really struggling with rent because she really needed a roommate at the time. So sharp, we went upstairs, I viewed the room. First of all, that was the first thing about her. That room was extremely clean. Like, everything placed accordingly. You know what I'm saying? No, I have the night one. That's why I stay up at night. And then, you see, it's bad. My body got used to it. I can't sleep until 2. It's bad. Okay. Okay, fast forward. I'm not gonna lie, guys, we vibed for like the next 2-3 weeks with Rowdy. I learned that obviously she is definitely a church girl. My girl had to pray every day at 7, and then she never missed church. I think she had church like on some Thursdays when obviously she was not busy with schoolwork, and Sunday never missed. And then I also learned that she's a good cook. I'm not gonna lie, like, we vibed in that sense. She would cook and dish for me sometimes. A bitch didn't know how to cook, so it was inspirational to watch a girl that's so focused. Like, all she did was work, church, you know, schoolwork, and on the phone she only spoke to the boyfriend and the mom. That's it. Never heard of a friend, never heard of anything. No judgment, nothing whatsoever. And this bitch, here she is, just got to Joburg, excited about life. She's trying to do every wild thing that she comes across, and she's very inspired by the Joburg life, and very inspired by the clubbing, the strip clubs, every alcoholic type of things. I was inspired by that. So watching her was somehow like a calmer for me, you know what I mean? It's like every time I had to come across her or talk to her, it was those moments where I had to humble myself and be like, bitch, step back a little bit and chill. Sharp. So time goes, same routine. I think for like a month or 2, same routine with her. Sometimes she's not around. And you know what I loved about her? She was very consistent. Like, she would tell me if she's not around for the night, and then I was able to call my friends to come for a drink at my place because, I'm by myself, and obviously I respected her space. guys, don't touch 1 2 3, this is all mine. It was vibes, like, as I'm saying, it was vibes. Now started the first problem. So the first problem starts when okay, fine, I had a boyfriend that I dated from high school coming to varsity with. So the problem starts when I have to tell her that I have a boyfriend. Don't know how the conversation started, but out of the blue, found myself having to explain to her because she was very inquisitive, you know. Okay, sharp bitch asked me, so how long have you been dating, Kev? You know what I mean? Okay, sharp, I'm open. I didn't mind. I tell her everything because, child, I already feel like she's open. She's a very nice person, welcoming, and she won't judge anything I have to say. Now that I'm here, that bitch was a little bit judgmental. Or I should have picked up that she actually a little bit too into my business. Like, don't be in my business like that, girl. But yeah, I was chilled because, I mean, she never really hid anything. So I thought she was open. Gandhi, no. A bitch is asking so she knows what kind of a person she's dealing with. And she had to deal with me accordingly after I had told her who I was. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. If you're curious and I stay with you full time, fuck it. I might as well let you know. So I'm not gonna lie. Myself, I was a little bit private when I started university. I was a little bit private with my personal stuff, so I didn't really want to flash my relationship or flash how I operate when it comes to my relationship. So because she used to come with the boyfriend would come, like, see her, they would go to church together, so they were always together, and he would always have to leave when she had to sleep, because I think that was the time when she obviously didn't have confidence to ask me to say, can my boyfriend crash over if you don't have a problem? Okay, fine. Fast forward, there comes a time where she's like, okay, you know, I saw that she's excited that I have a boyfriend, like a full-time boyfriend, where I would go visit him, and he came only when, like, I made sure, you know, you can control your situation, guys. He only came to the apartment only when I knew that I was free. So I think she was aware that my boyfriend sometimes comes to see me, but it's when she's not around. So there was a time when she actually started being unclear of her whereabouts, and I did tell her that my boyfriend's coming to visit, but he's not gonna stay, so she must not worry. And she was like, nah, chill, take your time, girl. And I bet she was happy that my boyfriend's coming to visit. I guess that was her way into breaking the ice, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, he came, left later on. No problem. Chilled vibes, right? How, guys? 2-3 weeks later, more girl comes to me on some, hey, can't, I'll call the boyfriend BBL. So like I said, I was already used to BBL by that time when she had to ask me, can BBL crash over? I think BBL started having like accommodation problems. I don't know where he worked, where he stayed to begin with. I don't know what they spoke amongst each other, but I think there was an agreement that, hey, I'll ask my roomie that you can actually crash over, because clearly there was problems in BBL's apartment, wherever he stayed and whatever he did. But one thing I'm sure of, BBL was not a student. He was not at school. Okay, sharp comes that day. Barely, can BBL crash over for today if you don't mind? And I remember precisely the first day she had to ask me, I was in my zone, like I was caught up in my own things that I was doing. I think I was studying, like I was by my desk and I was minding my own business. So I had no time to overthink things. So I was like, no, chill, he can sleep over. I mean, I already know BBL. I mean, it's been a month or two. And every time he comes, he seems like a nice person. So I was like, okay, sharp, let him sleep over. Guys, the awkwardness of me having to walk into the bedroom, because obviously we had like a living area where we would study. We had our desks, a small kitchen, then we had one bathroom, one bedroom, right? So they closed the door, they were chilling in the bedroom until they slept, I guess. The awkwardness of me walking into the bedroom and people are just cuddling, sleeping, and I'm just like, okay. I knew for a fact I would never have to do that myself. Like I was like, Nizos Bamba, guys, if it means the salt is killing me, Nizos Bamba, I can't do that. Luckily also, the the person I dated obviously stayed in his own apartment, so I didn't have those problems. So I was like, as in when like shit hits the fan, I will just drive, or oh no, I was not driving yet. I'll just take a taxi to go to my person, and that's it. Ciao. So we sleep. That was the first day. Second day, third day, okay, maybe fourth, fifth, they go sleep wherever, I don't know. And the following week, again, how now it's starting, guys, it's being toxic. But you know, I'm oblivious to it because I'm really minding my business. I mean, I'm here to study. Let me just, you know, these are not my problems. This shouldn't be my problems, because first of all, a bitch every weekend is doing her own shit. There's one day when I came back home and, okay, fine, she had cleaned. And, you know, my things are packed in a certain way. And I'm like, ciao. This is not okay. But I'm like, you know what, it's okay that she obviously repacked things and made things sit nicely in their own corners. Like, she loved rearranging, by the way. She changed her bedding, I think, every second day. I don't know what kind of OCD is that, but yeah, she changed the bedding every second day. That girl was very clean, like, I'm not gonna lie. And then I'm not the person to wash my dishes, my pots every day after cooking. Sometimes I'm rushing to campus. Fuck it, guys, I'm late. I need to have that kind of freedom, you know what I mean? So she was on point. Everything was always on point. Okay, sharp. I try my best to kind of keep up, and I try my best to kind of put things back to where I got them every time I move things around. Sharp, no problem. And you know, another thing, I learned to like buy my own things so that it doesn't look like her things are work. Let me tell you, I would have one washing soap for 5 months, because this bitch just used her washing soaps every day to clean, to wash the dishes. Everything was always on point because she had all the right things for the house, and I never used my shit. But anyway, yeah, so that was my first problem, of the fact that she used to move my shit around. I didn't appreciate that. Somehow I got used to it, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have to complain, because I remember I even used to brag to my other friends outside on campus to say, hey, you know, I feel like I have a cleaner in the house, so I don't need to worry. I don't have your guys' problems. Like, I have a mother in the house, you know. I used to make jokes about it because I somehow got used to it, and I kind of made it a good thing than looking at the bad. The next time when shit hit the fan for me was when this bitch came on some, hey, you said you're a Christian, but do you ever go to church? How are we there yet? So then I'm like, okay. I remember she was asking me what kind of a church do I go to. Are we abazalwane? I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, like, you guys know we have these traditional churches. I don't know, for some of you that have went to English churches the whole time, I know you won't get what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's English churches, there's like traditional churches that we go to at home, where we wear like a church attire, right? So I obviously was used to that. I never used to go to those English ones where you wear anything, you wear pants, everything. So this bitch taught me all of that. She explained what religion is, because clearly she was experienced. So she started teaching me more about it and everything. Here's where the problem started. So in the explanation and everything, because I'm obviously enticed and I'm lured into it, I get lured and I allow everything to just... She's like, yeah, you should actually come to church. You would actually love it, 1, 2, 3. Because I kept telling her that all I know is this, and I don't know anything else. And when she would ask me questions about, do you know this verse, or do you guys believe in 1, 2, 3? I was like, you know what? All I know is this one God. And I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't judge any church by how they operate. If they're praising God, that's where I'm at. Like, invite me. One invite, okay. Han, I get to the church. It was really lovely. I need to search, or rather Google, what name it was, and then I'll just put it down below. Like, I'll just tag it here so you guys know what church I went to first time I got to Joburg. They obviously praise God, everything is formal, and I'm not gonna lie, it was different, totally different from what I know, because I didn't know there's ashes, there's, you know, all these rules that they had. In my church, we only ate isidlo senkos also I need to check that, like, and just tag everything. We only eat isidlo senkosi only on Good Friday, or rather a conference church, so it's like once or twice a year. That church had it like quite often, and it kind of disturbed me a little bit, because it's like now I'm stuck to the culture. But a part of me was like, you know what, this is when you need to know that religion is religion. You don't have to like stick to, oh my god, it's hot. You don't need to like be one-sided. I mean, God is God at the end of the day. I think we went 3 days consecutively until the bitch had plans and I had to go clubbing. And then I obviously lied about not being able to come because blah 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 blah. I remember talking to my best friend about it, and I know for a fact that bitch could have saved me, but I guess she wanted to see Uti Ngopelelapi. Like, she wanted to see Uti, where will this bitch end up, because she didn't really comment much. And I used to be so excited, you know. I told her everything. Would say, oh, Rowdy invited me to church, and we're going to church 1 2 3, and today they prayed for me. It's all good, you know. But that bitch was never interested. But I feel like she saw that Rowdy is trying to push me into a platform that is not me, although obviously she didn't want to be intrusive into our thing as roommates. So she let me be, which is okay. I appreciate it, because today I'm here telling the story. I mean, okay, fast forward, a bitch dodged the church shenanigans. So the problems again continued. Besides the boyfriend having to come crash in our one single room where I had to fucking watch people tossing and turning. I'm sure sometimes or some days they wanted to do the deed and they couldn't, because I was just that bitch that was just sleepless all night. Like, I really used to wake up 10 times a night to go pee, because child, what is this next to me? So anyway, the next toxicity, you guys know, like, when I'm gonna make one example, but there was many of it. Actually, I'll make two, which actually pissed me off a lot about her, with her cleaning OCDs and everything. So this one day, obviously I was out. Like, I actually didn't even enjoy staying in the house, because of the fact that I knew at 7 p.m. I can't be in the house, because the bitch wants to be in the bedroom pray. She just wanted calm and quietness. Every Saturday, I know she's spring cleaning, like no exception. So I kind of set a schedule for myself to not disturb her routine, if that makes sense. So I knew that on Saturdays I'm at Kuzu's place. Sundays, when I don't feel like going to church, I'm not at my place in the morning. Like, she must just know I'm not available, I'm studying. Sometimes I actually really had to study, so I'd wake up and go to school to study the whole day, especially if I'm writing on Monday. Fuck that shit. I didn't compromise. I'd pray by myself, because child, hey. And then I'd go to church at my own terms, own comfort, own availability, you know what I mean? Fast forward, now there comes a times where, with the privacy invasion that I spoke about earlier, there was a day when I came back home, and guys, when you comb your hair, when you use one brush a lot, because I think I had my first week here and there, you know. So my brush had my wig hairs on it. Yeah, I think my English is proper. So the brush was like packed with my hair. Yes, it looked a little dirty, and it looked a little out of place, or rather like it's fucking disgusting for her, I guess.
Yeah, I know my hair's fucked up and everything, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
bitch, that's my privacy. That's my problem. Did I not come back and this bitch pulled out the hair and put it on top of the brush? No, child, that was unacceptable. So I come back and obviously I shower, and when I wanted to pick my hairbrush and I'm trying to comb, the hair is just falling off. Like, it was like it's trumba. I don't know what it is in English. It's trumba saying really, guys, just fell there. And I see that this bitch took it out and just put it on top. So basically that was her telling me, Uti, listen, next time when you comb, take out your hair and throw it away. Is that not my brush? Is that not my hair? Is that not my dirt?
hey, get out of my way!
Bitch! I'm not gonna lie, HUNZ, that pissed me off to 120%. I was so pissed, but I didn't question it, you know what I mean? Because I was like, okay, fine, if this makes her uncomfortable, I'm gonna try my best to clean my brush every time I comb. I guess even when I'm late for a test, because Rowdy is uncomfortable with seeing hairs on a brush. Then comes a time when I think her microwave, hope everyone knows it as a microwave. I'm gonna call it a microwave. Fuck it, I grew up calling it a microwave. Her microwave breaks, so because think about it, I came in there, she was already staying there, so she had a kettle, a microwave. Because I have the audacity to be a nice person to a bitch, I was like, listen, no, it's okay. I'll call my parents to ask, because I know there's a microwave that's not working at home that's sitting there. I'm gonna ask them to bring it, then we can use that. So don't worry, ciao. I don't know if my mom didn't know that the microwave had a problem, or one of my siblings, I think one of my siblings knew, like they used it and they never told my parents that it doesn't work. There was a fault in it, like when you put it on, it would burn, something like that. So fine, they brought that microwave and ciao. So funny enough, they brought it when I was not around. I think I was in campus. And then I called her, I'm like, hey, there's a brother of mine that's dropping off a microwave, please accept it for me, sharp. And then my brother tells me, hey, I dropped off the microwave, whatever. I'm like, okay, appreciate it. I get back, the microwave is set now. She removed hers, put it away because obviously it was not working. She put mine like it was working, that bitch. So she was in the bedroom, guess with who? Forgot what name I gave him, but yeah, she's with the boyfriend. They chilling, chatting. So I tried to switch on the microwave and it starts making like funny sounds. Clearly those were the sounds that were like obviously telling you that it's broken. So it was like, you know, like popcorn sounds. It was like pump pump. It was doing that. So it was like electrical faults, if that makes sense. Did the bitch not start laughing at me? No, child, that was sad. I knew that day I cancelled this motherfucking rowdy girl. How are you laughing when I'm trying to help, I'm trying to contribute to the house furniture, and you fucking laughing? Yo, I remember that day, I even wanted to cry, né? But luckily, when I called my mom, she, you know, she came to the party, like she really delivered immediately. She's like, nah, don't worry, microwaves are not even expensive, they're less than 1,000. If you want a small, cute one, you can go get it tomorrow, I'll send you the cash. And I was like, okay, calm down. I didn't even tell her because why are you laughing at that situation? And it made me so sad because like I think I came back with the takeaway from I think KFC or something, and I was ready to warm my food and eat. That bitch started laughing, and from there I knew, I think she saw also that I'm not trying to have conversations with her, because there would be times where she comes and she's asking about my boyfriend, like, hey, how's Kat doing? And I'd be like, he's okay, and then I just walked out. Even when I didn't have to walk outside, I'd walk out, come back, act like I'm doing something. If she starts conversations, I'd be that person that's rushing to campus. So I started cutting her off here and there. And let me tell you, it got to a point where I didn't have to agree to the boyfriend coming to sleep over. Like, I just see them there, see them sleeping there, whatever. And then I told myself, you know what, child, I'm gonna start doing that shit too. But I mean, obviously respecting his space. I didn't want it to be blown out of proportion. Child, this is one of the highlights for me, because that's when I knew that I'm actually over her, and me and her are actually not friends, and she's still insisting, she's still trying to be my friend, asking about, hey, how's your family doing? Oh, I hope everyone is okay. Oh, that's great. Did you do well this semester? Ha ha ha, all these stupid questions. She kept being that person. Like every time she came to the house, she would ask. And I think eventually the boyfriend got another apartment or started paying rent, if it means that was his problem, motherfucker. He started paying rent, so they would actually sleep out now and then. So they'd come to our apartment, I think mostly on Sundays, to sleep over. This bitch got a hold of my boyfriend at the time. They met because she obviously popped out of nowhere unexpectedly. Like, she was not coming for like a week. So at some point my boyfriend came over, and I remember I was like, we gonna go sleep at your place because this is not for me, you know. So when they met, it was that thing of hey, and then they start talking about church, because my ex was like holier than thou as well. So they clicked, you know. I don't have a problem with that, but how did they end up exchanging numbers? Because I realized they were talking.
You really want to know my business that much?
How did they have to start talking behind my back? And I'm not gonna lie, like, it was really church shit, but how did I not have to know about it? There was a time I left. I remember that day. So we were planning to go to a club, obviously, with my friend. And then that day, my brother came. I remember he gave me a young stack. That's how we ended up like doing too much when we were out. So when he came, she was around. I think she was studying, but she was busy with something. So when my brother came, it's like, hey, Vusi, oh hi, okay, Rowdy, and yeah, Rowdy, meet my brother. This is my brother Vusi. Vusi, this is Rowdy. Did the bitch not step out immediately until my brother left? I don't know where she was sitting, because she literally came back immediately when my brother left. Excuse me, because she saw that he's coming to drop off some of my stuff. And obviously in the conversation, like, she didn't, like, a minute was a lot, let me tell you. How are you such a bitch? Like, when your family comes, I'm nice, I chill. I greeted her mom and her dad, like, also they're nice people, holier than thou too. So when they came, you know, I remember she had cooked, dished, and then we started chatting, and they were telling me about life, you know, good advices I got from them. It was great. So when my brother comes, you decide while you studying, you're gonna pack your books and go study on campus, which was a fucking lie, because how are you coming back immediately when my brother steps out? So I think she was standing outside, like she went and stood outside the apartment or something. I don't know if she thought maybe she's giving me privacy or anything, but I didn't appreciate it, because I'm like, bitch, I talk to your family every time they come to visit you or see you. And or you can say to my brothers, I'm Rowdy and bye, bitch. Like, what the fuck was that? Let me mind my business. It's okay. I entertain my brother. He leaves. He actually didn't stay long. Like, I think a good 15-20 minutes. He left. Shut, bitch comes back. And it was almost at praying time. I think 7. Comes like, hey, you know I'm gonna pray.
Shut up, silly woman.
So now I can't step into the room for an hour or 2. Only God knows how long you wanted to take all the time, and I had to excuse you. And like I said, guys, I don't have a problem with that. I love God as much. I just feel the way you want to praise God, the way you want to do things should not impede on me. Motherfucker. Fast forward, we go out with my friend. This was not really part of the toxicity, but yeah, I got a bitch back, you know, because I'm that bitch. So we went out with my friend Kuto. We went clubbing. I remember precisely that we went to Taboo. Guys, does this bucket head suit me? Because wow. But I feel like it's saving me from the lies that are on my hair. Because wow, it's such lies. So anyway, so we went out with Kuto, went to Taboo. That night, hey, that night, that's one of my highlight nights of being out with Kuto, because child, you know what's funny, HUNZ? The funny thing here is that the story of that ex of mine that had beat me up and we broke up because I was scared of him after that, whatever, that story, I know my day ones on the YouTube channel know that story. That's the same guy that I was dating. Because I remember I went out, it was hectic, he couldn't get me on the phone and everything. That was the same night when I came back to the house and I was a mess. Same or one of the nights, but yeah, it was the same guy that I spoke about. So anyway, we were out, I was ignoring my phone, I was having the time of my life. I just know, like, I knew that Kuto always has it together. So she obviously dropped me off by my room. She stayed like, I think 2 floors up. 2 floors up, yeah. Dropped me off by my room, she went to her room. I couldn't remember, like, a lot was blur. I slept. This is according to me, nah? This is according to how my story went. But a lot more happened. Obviously, it was blurry because the bitch was fucked up. In the morning, when I woke up, I get a letter, HUNZ. Get a letter from the motherfucking Rowdy. Motherfucking Rowdy wrote a very cute letter to me on some, hey, I cleaned the sink, I also cleaned the shower, and I wiped the mess on the floor. Please just clean the toilet, because that's the only thing I couldn't attain. I'm waking up from a long night, a hangover, and I don't understand what the fuck is going on. It just came to me that clearly I got back and I made the house upside down because I had had too much and all I could get was a letter. Did she ever approach me about it? No, bitch. She cleaned what she cleaned. I don't even know what she cleaned. Like, if I have to guess, I guess it was puke or shit that I was leaving around. Maybe I tried to make food and it failed. I don't know what she had to clean. But until today, let me tell you, HUNZ, we never had to speak about it because bitch decided to leave a letter, came back like everything is normal. How more toxic can you be? Okay, so obviously I ain't trying to like go back and forth. There was a lot that happened going forward. Like, I just knew she's not the person I want to deal with because child, our conversations or everything with us always goes the opposite, because I'm trying to do my own shit, you trying to take me to church. I'm trying to be dating in my own way, you trying to make me a wife that you trying to be. Bitch, please. The communication just became blur, and I started being this person that actually avoids my room. I remember most of the time I started sleeping at Kuz's house, like Kuz's apartment, because I was like, no child, I can't deal with that bitch. I always was happy and free every time she was not around, and I enjoyed my place, I'm not gonna lie, because it was always clean. Let me tell you, to wrap it up, the way it got so serious, end of the year, we got our results, I disappeared. I knew I needed another apartment. I knew me and Kuta are gonna have to get our own place and stay together, which we did. And I just didn't want anything to do with her because, child, I didn't sign that lease with you. I signed on my own. I heard, I think a year and a half later, she bumped into my bestie and she actually asked her for my numbers and asked her if I was doing well or anything. On some, yo, I would like to check up on her, it's been a while, like we were friends or everything ended well. On some, please greet her for me, but I'll give her a call and see if we can meet up. Meet up for what? To go to church? No child, I have my own church. To do what? Go clean?
Ew, so cringe.
So when Kuto dropped off, she actually texted me to say, hey, I bumped into Rowdy and she said she was gonna call you. I gave her your numbers, so just to be alert. And I was like, I'm very much alert. I remember that week I didn't answer every call, I know, because I knew I'm not trying to go back to that toxicity child, and I'm not trying to hear shit from her. Listen, we had our shit square up, let's leave it there. Luckily I never had to get a random call after that week of ignoring calls I don't know, way, you know, it's a bitch I ain't trying to talk to. And that's how I'll end my video. Babugeli and Makaya, thank you so much for tuning in and staying up to this point. Please give this video a very big thumbs up if you haven't already, and do subscribe. Please share, tell your friends to come to the story times and let us enjoy it together. I will definitely see you on my next video. Please stay blessed and beautiful. I love you.